All right, Dimitrios and Alina, absolute pleasure having you all amidst us. Happy World Dance Day to all of you. Let me start with just greeting you all on International Dance Day. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure to be here.
When someone told me, if World Dance Day should interview these people, I said, okay, let me just take a look what they do. So you guys travel across the world teaching bachata. Y'all
Yeah.
are from Russia,
Yeah,
but you're teaching a Dominican Republic dance.
that's very weird stuff because bachata it's kind of international project. It started as a Dominican dance, but then Europeans added a lot, like Spanish people, and then Russians did something, etc., etc. So like right now it's like whole world's baby.
Yeah, and off late, not just across the world, but I'm sure in India also you would have seen that the numbers are only increasing in terms of the people who dance bachata, or rather were interested in bachata.
Yeah,
What do
that's
you think is the reason? Is it because of the sensuality, or is it an easier dance compared to salsa or mambo and stuff?
There are a lot of things involved. I think, first of all, it's very simple to start. Like, you just need to have two legs, and that's more than enough.
Two
Uh,
left legs are okay.
I think, yes. Just if you have legs, if you have any kind of desire to try, that's more than enough to start. For example, we had a small experiment back in Russia, like we walked around a city, we approached to different people, and we tell them, I will teach you basic steps for just 3 minutes
Okay.
just for our social media, and it was always successful. It's very easy to start, well, hard to master but easy to start. That's number one. Number two, that's a social part involved, and number three, I think it's just very beautiful, very attractive for everyone.
I cannot deny that even one bit because I love bachata as well. As much as I love mambo, which I want to learn, but there is something with bachata when you do that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a little shake of the hip, and it does make you feel good. Now you've traveled across most part of the world, right? Teaching bachata.
Yeah.
Where do you like the most? You don't have to say India because you're here, but be,
Well, let me be completely honest with you. I can't say that we visited that many countries. We've been maybe for 10 or more, but I can't say that I've been in Africa, South America, etc., etc. It's very difficult to say what place is favorite because every place has its pros and cons. For example, here in India, we enjoy being around local people because we never ever seen so kind and open people like here in India. For example, we can go to grocery store, start buying some stuff, and random people just come alone and say hi. You're such a lovely couple, and such thing have never ever happened before.
well, I'm very proud of the people you've met from my country, so I'm happy that's a good thing to start. Now, okay, let's not say favorites, but as far as let's say you've traveled, say 10, 15 countries. Now, amongst these, if you would say not favorite in terms of a place, but a good amount of dancers, like good technical dancers, which country would you put?
Oh, well, Russia has one of the biggest community in the whole world. That's definitely true, and a lot of great projects happening there. We enjoyed staying in Spain because, like, you can go to some random party and have a very good experience, very high level dancers. Uh, mm, I don't know, what do you think?
I agree with you. In Italy, there are a lot
Yeah,
of good dancers,
yeah,
but I think that in Italy, salsa community is bigger.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, salsa is known more in Europe than
Yeah.
Hmm.
across the world.
Yeah.
But as you go by, there's one thing that, of course, a lot of people, when you travel, you meet a lot of people, you tend to get a lot of memories and stories that you take forward. And dance is one of the best ways where you get to socialize, and especially if it's bachata as well. While
Yes.
you travel across, you do workshop as well to every country that you go to. But when you go about social dancing, what is the kind of experience you've had in India and across other places?
Hmm. Well, here in India, we had a lot of lovely people, and it's very easy to connect with them. So we see a lot of people who are eager to learn, and that's is one of my favorite part of staying here in India, because students here they have such passion and they're so focused. But if we talk about social bachata, just dancing in the party, well. Mm, I can't say something specific. We had a really great time here, so we always stay in until the end of every party here, I think. Sometimes it's kind of difficult for us to dance a lot because sometimes it's just too hot.
And tiring, especially when I know if you're a teacher, you're an instructor, everybody wants to dance with you.
Yeah, well, that's not a problem. The problem is that everybody is trying to make a video, and to be honest, it's not that pleasant. When somebody is taking his camera off, you're trying to do your best, even if you don't want to. But when we go to party, well, we just want to relax. I don't want to think how am I going to be on that specific video, etc., etc.
I completely understand what you say, because when you dance, it's about, being free to be able to express yourself.
Yeah.
But then when you have to do this in front of the camera, like, how am I looking? How is this movement going? So I completely get what you're doing, what you said, because I feel that even when I'm doing a show or when I'm talking to people as well, it tends to get on your nerves at times. But if that's what the game is today, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely true.
Now, you of course do bachata, but was it something that you all started together? Was it some other dance form and then led to bachata?
Well, both me and Alena, we started as salseros, and we danced Cuban salsa.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was enjoying all that rumba, afro, etc. stuff. Well, I don't know what's for you.
I dance from my childhood.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. First I danced ballroom dance, and after contemporary, etc. And
Oh, you did modern contemporary as well.
No, I just tried.
Man, I'm a huge lover for contemporary dance. I used to be a contemporary dancer. So
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But as we get into this, to understand bachata, it's just a 4-count dance. You said you just need 2 legs. But as a dancer myself, I'm a very good solo dancer. But when it comes to partner dancing, when I move by myself, I'm brilliant. Like, I don't have to follow a choreography. But then when it comes down to following or a lead, I mean, you're taking the lead, of course, but when it comes down to, leading someone, maybe that person's not that good as me, or maybe that person's even better than me. For people like me, it becomes very difficult to social dance because some people are following very technical things. Problem is with leading is, for example, if you're a trained dancer, okay, you've gone for classes. Now, if I'm going to be leading you or Alina, if I'm the male lead and I'm leading you into a dance, what happens is I move with the rhythm. I don't have a thing about, okay, set structure of this is how I need to move. I've learned you need to move the lady inwards. Now in bachata, you move the lady outwards, like turn the lady outwards. So I will move according to the way my body makes me to do it, right? But sometimes because people have learned a structure, okay, 4 count, just do this, 4 count, 4 count, 4 count, 4 count. And sometimes even like, I'm not gonna lie, I suddenly have a little bit of salsa come in, have a little bit of mambo that comes in. So it's like a concoction of different dances. So when I'm not able to lead somebody, it's because somebody else is following a structure. So do you think it should always be like that when you do social bachata?
It's a very good question, to be honest. It's a question how much, how to balance freedom and being able to build a dance for 2 people. Yeah. So unfortunately, since there are always 2 people involved, structure is very important.
Oh.
It's like when right now we're speaking with you, we're speaking together, and we're using some kind of language, and we can say, well, it's kind of maybe it would be easy if we would just express ourselves by some random noise, yeah, but I don't think that you would be able to understand me. So yeah, unfortunately, structure is important. Like your lady will won't feel good if you will just give her some random impulses. So you have to know what exactly you are doing. But it's not like you you don't need to be overwhelmed by that. So when you go to party, you don't usually just do all the most hard stuff that ever was created by dancers. You just do some things that you enjoy doing. Maybe a three-step there, two-step there, maybe play with music, build a connection, etc., etc. I really think that being able to express yourself freely is very important. But when you're just a beginner, it's more important to understand the structure.
Yeah, sometimes I mean I completely agree with you. In some parts, you need to unlearn what you know and learn what you need
Yeah.
if you're going into a certain rhythm. Now, I want to ask the two of you this question. Another one that always comes across when you talk about bachata is sensuality. And when you are, of course, dancing with other partners, now what happens usually is because of the moment, sometimes if it's not your partner but you're dancing with somebody else, it kind of gets a little more sensual than it needs to.
Like you start flirting with somebody, or
Maybe flirting, maybe something else also goes on after that. The proximity gets a little more closer, it gets all heated up. When you all watch each other, does it ever happen? And if it does, how do you all, treat this sort of situation? Because I know for a fact that there are a lot of people out there who go partner dancing. But then there is a little bit of a burn that happens inside the stomach when they watch their partner dance with somebody else, and that sensuality gets a little more heated up. So how do you all manage this?
well, I don't know what will say.
Has it happened before?
To be honest, never ever.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're together for more than 7 years, and it's never been an issue, even one single time. So we trust each other a lot, and also we understand that there is a very big difference between just enjoying a dance with a good dancer and flirting with him. So. So it's not a problem for us, but I really understand those who face such problems.
I know you've said it, but Alina, I think you might say the same thing, but I'd still like to hear from you.
And to be honest, I'm really happy when I see that Dima enjoy dance to dance with somebody. That's it. I don't know.
As long as he's enjoying himself, doing what he does best, that is dancing. Okay, now let's ask, when you watch him dance, and same when you watch her dance, what is that thought in your mind? Because if I like somebody and I watch them dance, like I have one of my favorite dancers who I used to dance with back then. He's a mambo dancer in Australia, Robin D'Souza. I'm like, wow, I go like that. So when you all watch each other, what's the kind of expressions you'll get?
Yeah, same. Aliona is one of best dancer that I ever met, and it's not because she's my wife.
It's okay, you're earning points.
Still, I always, sometimes I even surprised how professional she moves. So there is a lot of admiration when I see her dancing. Also, it's always interesting to watch how she plays with her face, because
Expressive.
I think she's an actress. She was an actress in her past life.
You sound like a lot Indian now. In her past life, she was an actress.
Well, I should. There are a lot of Indian vibes around this.
What about you, Alina? What is your expression when you watch him dance?
Flirt or something like that. So when I see how he dance, I just enjoy. I just really happy to see how.
Do you say that is my man?
Yeah, of course. That's true.
And now we know you're both salseras, and then you've moved into bachata. Is there another sort of a dance form that interests you? Any other dance form?
Oh yeah, I really would like to learn flamenco, for example. I think it has a lot of strong male energy in that.
It's very intense.
Yeah, and it's completely different from bachata vibes. It's really something else. So also, I guess if we had more time, we would try zouk, because I had some past experience. Well, I think that's it. I don't know.
What about you?
Here in India, I started learn kizomba
Okay.
because there are a lot of kizomba dancers, and in Russia there are party only bachata party, only salsa party, only kizomba party, and here this is mixed format, and you need to know all dances. So I started to dance here kizomba. I really
Yeah, so I've been to a couple of these social dance nights, or maybe just one, and I think they have phases. They have salsa in between, then they have bachata coming
Yeah.
through, and then they also have kizomba go through. I look at it like these. When I look at people in these social, sometimes I'm being very honest about it. Is these people have not come to dance? They've come to just meet a chick.
Well, it's always a very important part of spreading bachata. Well, let's face the truth. A lot of people start dancing because they want to meet somebody. And I'm not an exception. When I just went to my first bachata lesson, my 80% of my motivation was to meet somebody. And only after I started enjoying that and eventually became a professional dancer. I guess it's okay. It's okay that people come to hook somebody. Well, why not?
I mean, there's nothing wrong in it. You
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least be open
exactly.
about it. I mean, from a guy to guy, I know. I mean, I didn't go to find somebody in a dancing because I just wanted to get to understand an art form. But I know when it comes down to somebody else that they go because they want to meet someone.
Yeah.
From a guy's point of view. But what's it like for the women?
well, for me, I don't know. When I first time look at the bachata, I just like it like a dance, as a dance. It looks really good, beautiful, and I really like a vibe. But I think that it's okay if you want to meet somebody in bachata. Why not? I think that it's a good opportunity to социализироваться.
To socialize.
Yeah.
I really think it's a solution for those who have too much going on in their lives, like they work always and don't have that much free time. So if they have a dance class, they automatically meet somebody. So it's just one of the best way to do
Meet-
something with the loneliness.
Oh.
If
My
that's a
lonely
thing.
time, I just, when no one's, I just put the music on and I dance by myself. That's my lonely time. But now we spoke about the dance forms and stuff. All of us have one song. When we listen to it, you just kicked about and you start dancing. Irrespective of where you are, just like moving slowly. If you're standing in front of people, is there a song for each of you?
I think so. Kiko Rodriguez, Bandita.
Yeah.
Con sentimiento otra vez. Kiko Rodríguez.
I just really enjoy listening to it and dancing to it. So do you have such kind of?
Favorite song?
Favorite song?
It's
There are a lot. I don't know which one, but maybe Te Extraño. Maybe you know a really popular video with Ataca Alemana.
Queriéndote mis brazos sin poderte tener y busco una salida para no verme así.
Okay, I'm
gonna Wait.
listen to it now.
Yeah, they dance and she did something like that.
Okay.
Like that. This is my favorite video and favorite song.
Lovely. And another thing I want to ask you is, when you're dancing, usually, we've done this before in my dancing days, is like, say, there is a particular music for a certain kind of dance. Like for bachata, there is a certain rhythm that comes in salsa, there's a rhythm, kizomba, there's a rhythm. Now, do you think bachata is a dance form you can dance to even on a hip hop track?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you all done that?
Yeah, of course. Why not? Well, let's say like that. Some specific music, it makes you do specific things. So if you hear something sharp like pa pa pa, you're gonna move accordingly. If you hear maybe some smooth, like wavy music, you're gonna do something else. So maybe bachata isn't the best way to express hip hop music, but still you can definitely do it.
Now the reason I asked you that is because a lot of people have stereotypes of dances or even music for that matter of fact. Now, I've been speaking to a lot of singers and musicians who have been breaking stereotypes that they were, what do you say, a blues singer or a pop singer, now they're doing rock music. Now, when it comes to dance, can you break the stereotypes? And that's the reason I asked you this. There's one thing that I want to ask is, of course, I want to sharpen my skills. But also, like me, there'll be many of them. If someone who is an amateur just getting into dance or rather learning bachata, how long do you think that person needs to start learning to eventually get into social dancing seem easily?
I think that you need something like 3 months to develop enough skill to feel good at a party. Uh, Bachata is easy to learn, hard to master, so you don't need that much to start dancing and having fun at a party.
I like how he says easy to learn but hard to master. So what about intermediate? Someone who, like me, knows dancing, who's got a rhythm going for himself, and at the same time, partner work is a bit of a mess for me. Like only that's my only concern. So someone like me, how long do you think I would need?
A month. A month is definitely enough. So if we speak only about leading, we just do some specific exercises for you to develop that understanding of what do you need exactly to do in order to lead your lady. So 1 month is more than enough. Of course, it depends on the teacher.
Right.
If you have a good teacher, he can do everything way faster. And if you have a bad teacher, well, it's a completely different story, unfortunately.
And for someone, like say, if I want to go and compete with bachata or any dance form for that matter of fact, let's say bachata for now, how long do you think I would need to, I won't say master because it's very hard, but how long do you think I will need to get on stage to compete?
Well, with competing, it's a completely different story because you can totally relax if you go to party. You can forget about the right way of doing things. You can dance off music, etc., etc. As long as you are having fun, you are doing correct thing. But when we speak about competing, it's something else. You need to go along with the rules. You need to know how to do a bachata basic correctly. You need to do all the leading or hit musical accent, etc., etc. So maybe half a year or even a year, it's a right amount of time of training.
You know, when you just mentioned the word musical accents, it's a body movement at the end of the day, right? So if you were to explain, like an instructor, what is a musical accent in dance?
Okay. Alena, do you want to participate? Alena is just one of the most musical dancer ever. Huh? No?
No.
She's too shy. Okay. So musical accents, like you hear something very specific happening in the music. It's a musical accent. Let's say if you listen to la 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 la, then boom, this boom. It's a musical accent, and it's very cool if you can do something about it. If you can do some kind of sharp move to underline that moment.
In other words, like a lot of people know, it's called locking and popping and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's basically catching certain beats that have that much of an impact when you move. And thank you for that musical accent thought that you just gave us. Now, as a couple, as a dancing couple that's traveling and teaching people, what is your ultimate goal in life?
Wow, that's deep. That's a deep question. First of all, we want to make a bachata a really big thing. We feel that it has a lot of potential to become as big as fitness. So, like every person today, he definitely knows how to use his computer, how to, I don't know, count 1 + 1, and also think that it would be lovely if every person would be able to dance at least a little bit. So this is our ultimate goal, I think.
You know, there's always this thought about people when you ask them what is your goal, or anybody for the matter of fact, different fields, right? their aim is to spread their craft to as many people in the world as possible, and I'm sure that's your thought as well. If not bachata, I'm sure people can at least dance, so that is a good thing to express themselves. And the two of you, Dimitrios and Alina, thank you so much for coming by. I got to learn a little bit, and hopefully people who are watching also got to learn as much as they could. And maybe I'll come by, sharpen my movements, get those right
Sure.
musical accents and body movements. Thank you so much once again, and wishing you both a very happy International Dance Day.
The heartbeat of Bangalore.